So welcome to the final video in our series of GDPR compliancy checklist. We have looked at all the different things that you should be doing through 2017 in order to get your business ready for the launch date on the 25th of May 2018. We're now in 2018 and it's our final video. So what we thought we'd do in this one is just a recap of the things that you should have done and just the final checklist before we go live in May. So Rasia, we have talked about all the different aspects of GDPR, the challenges, the new parts, the DPO appointment. We've talked quite a bit as well about notices, privacy notices, and all the documentation. What should you be doing now in terms of final run-in to May?
Well, one important thing is that perhaps you might have been doing from time to time during all this time, but definitely if you haven't, is something to do now, is look for legal updates, whether or not the member states implemented some derogations to, for example, some conditions for processing sensitive personal data or special category of personal data. Looking for further guidance issued by the Article 29 Working Party. So during 2017, we have been told that the Article 29 Working Party is going to issue further guidance with regards to leading supervisory authority, consent, purposes for processing, risk assessments and privacy impact assessments, and other issues that they need to be considered, like, for example, code of conduct certifications and in transfer of data, for the transfer of data out of the EEA. And another thing, that once you've got all the documents and now you test all these documents and you understand and they are suitable and they work, then it's time to think about training all the staff for them to use that policies and for them to be aware of all the requirements, the new requirements under the GDPR. So it's time for drafting or updating or the e-learning modules that you use or other training samples that you can use and rolling out. So it's time to go live, it's time to roll out.
And you mentioned derogations, Rasia. I think it's just worth pausing on that point, isn't it? Because there is ability, even though in the GDPR it's intended to be uniform across all of the European countries, and the reason for that, of course, is that there have been challenges with everybody implementing the original Data Protection Directive slightly differently. So the idea about this is uniform and consistent, but of course there is acknowledgement in the legislation that there may be some exceptions or derogations by individual member states. Can you just tell us where we might expect to see those derogations so that people can be on the lookout for them in case they do impact what they're doing in their business?
Yes, there might be some derogations on the transfer of data. There might be some derogations on the information that you need to disclose to individuals if they request for information, depending on, for example, matters of national security or yes, if it is important for legal claims or for employment issues. There might be some additional conditions in order to process special categories of personal data. So many bits.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on that, because that may mean that you have to update policies, look again at how you're doing things in certain areas.
Yeah, that's correct.
And as you say, get training, get the policies rolled out, and you're ready to go.
Yep.
So that completes our GDPR compliance checklist. We hope you found it useful, and good luck.